worried about John for a while too. I wanted them to promote. I wanted to go to it at first.
All right, guys, little update on this battery case. I've now used it for about 3 weeks. Basically, to get right into it, I honestly really could not recommend this. For 30 bucks, I've used a lot better battery cases. Maybe this was rushed. I don't know. But the reasons. All right, reason number one. It's just not an intuitive feel as to sliding the phone in and out. It's got this rubber hood, and you slide the phone like in it, and then slip it in, and it just pushes in this rubber hood. And sometimes the hood gets caught, and you have to kind of flip it up yourself. I mean, it works fine. It stays in there, but whenever I want to get the phone out, I have to push back through this window, and I just feel like it's putting pressure on this connector, and I feel like that's just not going to last forever. And I'm a guy that would slip this on and off 4 or 5 times a day, probably, so that's just not really for me. Also, secondly, I put this on my phone, and it absolutely kills my Bluetooth signal. I use a Rauken single mini earbud, which already has a pretty weak Bluetooth connection anyway. Then I put this case on my phone, and I slide my phone in my pocket, and I lose Bluetooth signal. I can't even use a wireless earbud with this case on my phone, with my phone in my jacket pocket, literally about 2.5 to 3 feet from the earbud. So that was just another killer for me. I'm sending this one back to Amazon. I found another one on there that's not quite as protective around the edges, but it slides in from the top like I used to use with my iPhones, and I'm going to try it. And it's not Prime, but it's $10 cheaper, so I'm going to try it next and see how I like it. Like I said, this is more of something that I would keep charged, keep on my dresser for when I'm going out to eat or when I'm going to be out for the day and I'm going to need charge, but not something that I would want to carry all day, take it on and off, charge the phone, swap it out with another one. This would be kind of like certain situations. But, oh yeah, and lastly, I don't think it charges at the correct amps because I put my phone in this and I can notice that the screen acts differently with this case on, like it does when you use a cheap cable or something. The typing's not dead on. It's just a little bit off. Maybe there's dead spots in the screen. It does not do that with the case off, but with this case, excuse me, but with this case on, it definitely does do that. So any of those 3 things by themselves I might have been able to deal with, but put all those together and this case just will not work for me. So I'm going to send this thing back and try out another one. Thanks, guys.